Hey guys, you're here with Nick and we're back in the kitchen again, and today we're going to make a chocolate chip vegan brownie. But I know we've done this before, not quite vegan, but we've done a brownie before on this channel. This time it's going to be a mug brownie. So this question probably comes up quite a bit. People say, why are you doing a mug brownie? Well, the reason we're doing this is because sometimes when you make brownie, it's too much and you have to share it with people, or you eat it and you feel ashamed of yourself. Well, this time we're going to make it in a mug so that we have quality control, but the other benefit is that this is only going to take us like a minute in the microwave, and another minute of doing the ingredients. I'll show you the ingredients, we'll get straight into it, and you're gonna enjoy this. So let's do it. Okay, so the first thing you want to put in this is we're going to use teaspoons, not tablespoons. So 3 teaspoons of brown sugar. Once we've done that, you want to put in 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder. The darkest cocoa powder you can find. Some really good quality stuff. I use this one. It's really good. Once you've got that in, you want to put in 3 teaspoons, again, of flour. And then you're going to put in a teeny tiny little bit of baking powder. You get that baking powder in there, not baking soda. And this is just going to let it rise up. And then you want to put in a usual amount of vanilla essence. Some of this stuff, vanilla essence. Not too much, otherwise it'll overpower it. But if you're a vanilla person, you can put in a lot more. It really just depends on your taste. And then we're going to put in the salt. Normally I like to put a lot of salt into my brownie when I'm making a full batch, but this is just a little bit. Totally missed the mug. And then what you want to put in, this is where my recipe deviates from normal recipes, because normally I put in a lot of butter, and butter is made from cow's milk, so we don't do that anymore. Now we're going to use a little bit of oil. This is the tricky bit. I haven't measured this before, so I'm just going to do 3 for now. I think I need 4, but there's other moisture or liquid that's going to go into this, so I'm just going to do 3. So now that's all in there, what we normally put in now is something to sweeten it up a little bit more. I know even though we've got the sugar, normally this is where I put in something called maple syrup. It's this great syrup, you've probably heard of it, it comes from trees, but I'm all out of maple syrup, so I'm going to find something else to put in here that will sweeten it up a little bit. So I've ransacked the pantry. I don't have anything really that is like maple syrup. I do have something that's kind of similar. It is a liquid and it's got honey in it, and that's some Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey bourbon. So I'm going to chuck some of that in there. If you don't have bourbon and you want something that will sweeten it up or give it a slightly more powerful flavour, that's how you open up your bourbon. You can always use Kahlua as well. So I might even chuck some of that in and just totally mix it up a little bit. Alright, so I like to put in about a teaspoon of each. And now we're going to mix that up. You just mix and mix and mix and mix, and that is way too runny. That is too runny. I made that way too runny. So that's probably a little bit too much colour on my part. I apologise for that. So we just balance that out with some more flour. I did 3 teaspoons of flour. I think what we really need in this mixture is maybe 4. And what you want it to be is you want it to be kind of dry, almost sandy. Like a sandy mix. So I'm actually going to take this up to 5 teaspoons of flour. There we go. There we go. I don't know if you can see that from this angle. It's all just a dark mess. You can kind of see it's a bit sticky. Preferably you want it just a little bit drier than that. That's good. We're gonna keep it there, and now we're gonna get some chocolate chips in this bad boy. I'm using some dark chocolate buttons, dark compound chocolate. From Pam's. This stuff's great. It doesn't have any milk powder in it. Basically any dark chocolate you can get that's over I guess 50% in most cases. Sometimes you have to go all the way up to 70% to get it without having any milk powder in it, but this is a really great brand, and it's cheap. Cheap as chips. It's not chocolate chips, so that pun doesn't really work, but hey, that's what it is. So once your brownie's kind of looking like this, that's when it's ready to go into the microwave. And you're going to put it in here for a minute without the spoon. Teaspoons are out. And then you do it for 2 30-second cycles. And then it should be ready. Alright, we're at the halfway mark, and it's kind of getting a little bit spongy. Don't know if you can see that, but the chocolate's melting. Little chocolate buttons are all melted, and it's kind of a little bit almost cakey, an almost cakey texture. Tastes pretty good. Just put it in for another 30 seconds, and that should cook the batter. You can hear it sizzling if you are right by the microphone. Alright, what have we got here? Presentation wise, it might not be the nicest. You got a little bit of mixture around the rest of the cup, but inside you got this really dense, freaking amazing hot chocolate brownie. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. It tastes so damn good. And because it's in just a mug, you don't have to share it with anybody. You can have it all for yourself, and it's just like 10 pieces of giant brownie right there. So that is a really easy way to make some brownie for just you on a cold winter night. I don't know if any of my viewers are experiencing winter right now. I'm not quite yet, but it's coming. And you can be sure that by the end of it, well, I don't know, I'm probably going to run out of chocolate chips and bourbon. But that's the recipe for today. Go and make one for yourself. It's really good. I recommend it. And once you're finished making it, why don't you jump in and look at some of the other stuff on my channel. There's some good stuff in there if you want to see that. And I recommend it. And I recommend this. Thanks for watching. That's really hot. Oh, doesn't cool it down, but it numbs it somewhat. See you guys next time.